Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite mental health coping skills. These are just coping skills that have worked for me, so maybe you've tried them already and you just didn't like them. These are the coping skills that I have found most helpful. And this is coming from a person who had spent almost 10 years in and out of the hospital, but has managed to stay out of hospital for almost 2 years. Anyways, let's get into the actual video. Coping skill number 1 is exercise. I personally find this one extremely helpful. I enjoy getting stronger and I enjoy the act of exercising. I just enjoy putting everything I've got into something that I want to achieve. And it works because exercise gives your brain the happy chemicals and it lets you get rid of all your negative energy. I think my favorite exercise when I'm struggling is either running, kickboxing, or lifting weights. Number 2 is fidget toys. Fidget toys really help me when I am very anxious, stressed, or overstimulated, either in public, at home, or at an appointment, or even like if I'm in a situation where I can't be walking around or moving. This one is super helpful if you're autistic, have ADHD, or anxiety. But the thing about fidget toys is you have to find the ones that work for you, because there's so many different options. And you might try one and not like it, but you could try a different one and like that one much better. These are my favorite fidget toys. I have my Simple Dimple, so it's like one of these ones. I love that one, it's my favorite. And then I have this Snapper one. I like that one too, but it's really loud, so I don't bring it very many places. And then if I have to be quiet, I really like my Tangle. This one's fuzzy. I have one attached to my bag for when I go out, but this one's fuzzy. I like this one. And then I have, this is my other favorite one. It's from the dollar store and it's just a little whale and it does that. This one's also fairly quiet, but if you squish it too hard, it makes noise. This one kind of works because it gives your hands something to do and keeps your body moving, but you don't have to like walk or move too much. And I find they help regulate my system. Number 3 is goal setting. So goal setting is not like 100% considered a coping skill, but I find it really helpful to cope. I like it because it gives me something to look forward to and remember all the good things that I'm looking forward to. This one might not be for everyone, but if it works for you, I suggest you keep doing it. It also kind of helps you like plan your future, and that gives you less stress about thinking about what you're gonna do. Well, that's what it does for me. And also make sure your goals are positive. I know what some of you are doing because I've done it. Have positive goals. The next one is journaling and writing. I like to write about either my feelings, a gratitude list, or things I'm looking forward to. But you could even write like stories, poetry, and when you write stories you could like include how you're feeling or just write whatever you want. I personally also like to write lists. I am a very list person. I like to write lists. You literally could write about anything you want. It doesn't have to relate to how you're feeling in the moment. It doesn't have to relate to anything. Just getting thoughts onto a piece of paper sometimes does help people. And if you never want someone to see it, and if you are the kind of person who's like, I don't want anyone to ever see this, paper shredders exist if you have one. And if you don't, and you know someone with a fire pit, you could throw it in the outdoor fire pit. If you want someone to see it, or maybe you want to keep it, but no one read it, just hide it really good. This one works because sometimes it's nice to get out what you're feeling, like out of your brain. You can reflect and be reminded of the good things, and being creative kind of helps get your mind off things and creates a distraction. Number 5 is having a set routine. I find that having a routine helps keep me regulated more so than if I don't. It creates less anxiety knowing how things are going to happen. It's easier to get through the day knowing kind of what's already going to happen that day at the start of the day. But keep in mind, you can always make changes to your routine. It's not like set in stone. If something comes up, or if your friends want to hang out, you can add that too, just for that day. I know I have a really hard time doing that, but for the most part, I find having a routine really helpful. And number 6 is making plans. This one kind of ties into having a routine. I like to plan my plans. I just find it extremely helpful to have a plan, knowing what's going to happen, what time these things are going to happen, and what we're going to be doing when this thing is happening. I plan everything from workouts to the things I'm going to exactly do the next day. If you struggle with having plans, like keeping a planner or whatnot, I recommend putting appointments and important things in your calendar as soon as possible so you don't forget, and have set reminders to remind you like a week ahead of this thing that's going to be happening. It kind of helps knowing what to expect when you're creating a new routine or doing something you don't necessarily do all the time. Although sometimes you can, I do anyways, get obsessive over a plan, and if it doesn't go 100% according to the plan, it makes you panic. But you have to remind yourself that things can't go according to the plan exactly 100% every single time. 99% of the time it won't go like that, but you can have a plan to kind of help you know what you're going to do and expect the gist of what you're doing. Personally, I have my iPad here, and let me go to my planner 2025. I use this as my planner, and it just looks like that. I like my iPad planner. Let me go back to here. So those are my favorite coping skills for me. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm autistic. I have OCD and I have ADHD. Some of these things may work for you, some of these things may not. It's just a lot of the times finding coping skills that work for you are trial and error. You can like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want, turn on notifications. I don't know. What do people usually say? I don't know what they say, but that's what I'm gonna say. That is it. That is all. Bye guys.